and welcome to our second episode of the Cooked Lobsters. I'm your sous chef, Brandon Trotter, and always with me is my head chef, Ryan Weber.
It's great to be here. Appreciate all you guys listening out there on Spotify, Apple Playlists, or Apple Podcast, YouTube, watching the video version out there. We appreciate you coming back. We got a pretty good second episode for you guys, featuring Nick Allen of Upstate Gardens. Sous Chef Trotter, what can we expect coming up here in this episode?
Oh, many things. Well, one thing, we're going to dive into the cannabis life and smell something pretty fresh and floral. And then we're going to jump into the streets of New York, and we're going to hear some crazy, wild stories. And maybe at the end, they got a couple challenges going on, and maybe even a trivia. We never know. Things always be happening on the podcast.
Definitely a lot to look forward to here. So we're going to dive right on into it, get to our interviews in the kitchen. But y'all stay cracking.
Let's get cracking.
And welcome to the interview portion of the Cooked Lobster podcast. Here with us, hailing all the way up from Caribou, Maine. He's now relocated in the great city of Lewiston. A great friend, co-worker at Upstate Gardens there. Nick Allen. How you doing today, Nick?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. It's an honor to have you on here. So funny enough, these boys all laughing here. We were just talking a little before we came on about the good days down at the urban farms. All three of us actually used to work down there. Drotter down here, Cook Drotter, used to be more of like the professional Chef Drotter used to be one of our professional growers. And me and Nick worked more on the retail side where I did a little growing. But just to go back to that, what got you into working in the cannabis industry? How did you end up where you were?
Shit, dude. I mean, I've always wanted to be in the cannabis industry. I like to smoke weed.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Found myself at Urban Farms. Started off. It was a great time. Met this guy here, Ryan. Met this guy, Brandon. It was a great run of a store. But I would say the Upstate Gardens is definitely a lot better than that store. I don't really want to talk too much about Urban Farms.
No. There's a lot of projects that never got really completed, you know.
You know, it was a great stepping stone, for sure. But to get the opportunity to work for Upstate Gardens, definitely.
Oh yeah, dude.
Definitely
Those guys are great.
Yeah, definitely a great surprise one day when you find out that no more urban farms. You know, bittersweet day, but definitely mostly living in the sweet now, living in that honey pot. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely never forget urban farms, though.
Never forget.
Never forget urban farms.
We got the banner. We pull it up right now, but we're not sure if we have the legal permission to do so. So we'll probably
some great
avoid
people
that.
there too, besides you guys. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely met some characters to that job, too. That's for fucking sure. Let's put it that way.
There's definitely a lot of characters in the industry, and that's like probably one of my favorite parts of my days is just all the different people you meet from like your like traveling hipsters who have been around the country and have like seen every different industry that there is. You have like your first time people who come thinking it's like, you know, going to be the greatest job ever. There's no work. I'm just going to smoke all day, and you get everything in between. So it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah. The retail side of things, definitely. I mean, it's not really like what you said, why I got into the cannabis industry. It's not what I thought it was going to be, because I thought, like, I don't know, I thought it was going to be a little bit different, but it was a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. So,
What'd you think it was gonna be when going in? Mind me asking.
Yeah, what'd you think? What were your expectations?
It's like, yo, it's weed. Like, it can't be that hard to get rid of. Like,
Yeah,
they come to you like, this shit can't be hard. There's no rules.
I've never been in a retail setting before.
Is it way more like lines and restrictions than you thought? Like when you're dealing with customers, you're like, oh wait, I can't do that shit. I'm not allowed to do that. Yeah. When you're just going on the street and you're like, yo, meet me in the blue car, 20 minutes behind the McDonald's. I don't care what you do. Show up and you get there, get out.
Yo, the move always used to be you show up at like the McDonald's, you tell them to meet you at the gas station. So that way you're like, nah, meet me at the McDonald's instead. And you can see how many cars start moving towards you.
Yeah.
That was the old move. Certainly a lot. Not that I ever...
It's kind of wild.
Hypothetically, we've seen a lot of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of TV. We've never been involved in a lot of those.
Thanks to Walter
deals.
White for all the lessons.
But no, it's.
What are some weird stories, my guy? Like at retail, there's got to be some dumbass shit that you hear like a week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that's a hot corner. It's like the third base of like places. It's like, yo, there's something always popping over there. Something always hot.
Lisbon Street is a popular street in Lewiston that I've been told from you. And,
it's popping.
It's just like it's like some of the good restaurants out there too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very diverse region where you get a lot of like doctors, lawyers, and then I mean like, everything you can imagine. I'm not saying it's just doctors and lawyers down there for sure, and that's definitely not the truth.
No,
police station, courthouse, lawyer offices.
If you know, you know. You know. But they got a couple good. Is the Cowbell on that street or is it the next street?
The Cowbell was there, closed, my guy. They're down to they have another location somewhere else in Maine, but they
just closed that place.
Lisbon Street's not open anymore.
Yeah, they're not open anymore.
Since when? We were just like there.
I feel the same way. I was just there like a couple days before their last day. I used to get takeout from there all the time.
I've never been there, but
damn.
It's probably why they closed.
They got probably one of the biggest signs on Lisbon Street when you're driving down, so kind of can't miss it.
No, they still got another location. Have to look up and see where that is.
I think it's in Wyndham.
It was a great little spot, but you know, it's just the way she goes sometimes.
It's a lot different than Caribou, though. I'll tell you that.
Bro, yeah.
A lot different setting than Caribou, man.
If you were up in Caribou and you were like trying to get something good to eat and you wanted to go out to eat, where are you eating up in Caribou? Or where are you traveling to get something to eat?
I'd probably go to this place called the Rendezvous.
How far of a drive is that?
It's in Caribou.
It's in Caribou?
It's in Caribou, yeah. It's a new place. It actually just got built this year. I can't remember who built it, but there's a family up there that built it. I think it's a construction family. But they also hold the record for the largest TV in the state of Maine. It's not a projector, It's an actual TV. It's pretty cool.
So you said
a bowling alley in it.
That's pretty much.
That's pretty cool.
So you said like this year they built it. So what was the place before the year though? Like, like that was an easy cop. You're like, yo, man, they just built this shit. But like, what was before that? Was there anything?
Did y'all just eat canned corned beef hash until this place was built, or what was the scene like before?
No, so we'd have to go to the phone booth, and we'd have to hit the Amish, and we have to order. No, I'm just.
Oh, bro, you didn't have a pigeon that mails it to like the Amish? They send you like turnt butter and shit.
We had an owl that bring us our mail and shit.
Bro, you know Hegwood? Straight up.
Still using carrier pigeons up north.
No, Caribou reminds me of a modern version of Red Dead Redemption, man.
Okay.
Honestly.
Kind of like falling behind the times, but that's how the people like it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all.
With not as much violence, you know. It's definitely a lot like, you know.
Yeah,
it's more controlled.
Yeah, you're right.
2 people die, the whole population goes down 30%.
100%.
So like, let's be real. I've seen some. What would you have for a graduating class?
113 kids.
That's what mine had. Yeah, like when I moved here from Arizona, I went from like 5,000 kids for the school to like 500. Shit, a brick.
Wait, where in Arizona was it?
I went to Phoenix, Arizona. So I went to Chaparral, and then I moved to Verrado, which was cool because when I was a freshman, it was the first year they had freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. So it was the first full class when we got there. It's definitely cool being like the minority too. I'll tell you why. It was mad cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was mad cool. Like I was like, yo. There's a lot of spice around here. I'm like the only salt around here. This is nice. When you move to Maine, man, it's different.
I like to live out in Arizona, I feel like.
Dude, you'll love it, man. Like,
I told this guy, Ryan, over here, I wanted to be close to
Tempe for sure.
California, like Nevada, Colorado, all without living in any of those states.
Okay.
It is prime
So
real
you
estate.
just literally described Arizona.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
2-hour drive from everywhere. Like
Yeah.
my dad used to have a condominium in Vegas. It was like an hour and a half away. California's not that far.
Mhm.
Mexico's like an hour away. So if you really be like, oh shit, I gotta get out of the States,
Yeah.
go right down south.
Yeah.
Port Penasco. Don't tell anybody, but it's great. But
Yeah, I'm not really trying to be in the mix, but like if I
oh, dude, it's
wanna
like
be-
it's everything. Dude, we had to go to nationals for wrestling. And that shit was so cold. I was like, man, I was like, you know when the people are like, oh man, it's hard to breathe up there? I thought they were kidding. I had bronchitis and I had to cut 20 pounds and I went up there and I was sucking wind through a straw. I was like, yo, this sucks. The Colorado's like a hot shot. Like that's why I like Arizona, man. It's like, it's hot, it's cold. People are like, oh, it's not like snowy there. I'm like, go to Flagstaff. There's a shit ton of that snow up there. So much snow. But it's flat. It's mad flat.
I did not know there was snow in Arizona.
Yeah. We go to
I believe you.
Flagstaff.
I believe you, but
I got my first frostbite. I didn't know what the hell the shit was. I was
I've
like,
never
oh.
even been out west before.
Never been out.
Never
What was the
been.
farthest you ever been?
Ohio, that doesn't even count.
Ohio. So that make you an Ohio State fan? Or
No, the only reason I'm an Ohio State fan, by the way, this guy's sweatshirt fucking sucks.
we're reffing the Michigan.
But Ohio
Maybe we can
State
get
is because my sister lives out in Ohio, so I just ever since she moved out there, I just like I don't know, she went to a bunch of Ohio State games, and that's just the team I kind of liked. So, and they're obviously the best team.
it's
They're obviously
nice.
the
I was
best-
gonna say that it happens to be nice they don't suck ass.
Yeah,
So
no,
which
they
is
don't
nice.
suck.
You know?
They happen to be the best team of all time in the nation. For
Yeah.
college football, so.
Can't beat Michigan though. You can't beat Michigan right now. You ain't gonna beat them this year either.
Bro,
Just
you guys
like
are
last
talking
year,
about
you
like
ain't
the
gonna beat
two
'em next year.
softest classes in football.
Who
It's
do
all
you
about
like?
Arizona State guy.
Arizona State.
That's
Yeah, you gotta. If you're a true fan, you're gonna be on the struggle bus forever.
I represent.
Forever.
I respect your deep connection
Well,
with
Asher
Arizona
Roth,
State, but
No,
didn't Asher Roth go
it's
there?
terrible. Man.
no.
It's
There's
terrible.
James Harden went there though.
James Harden went there.
Yeah,
Asher Roth definitely went to Ohio State or
Arizona State?
Yeah.
it might have. I don't know.
Someone pulled
You know,
that
when
up.
people went to Arizona State when I was a kid, like in 2013, if you pull up the stat, there was like 80,000 kids at that
Aaron
school.
Gordon went there. Shout out to Aaron Gordon. You know.
Oh, he didn't. Did he really? He didn't go to ASU.
Yeah, he did.
Aaron Gordon went to ASU.
Oh, not the ASC. He went to Arizona.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say like.
that's a rivalry there.
Yeah, dude, that's a hot right. Yo, like everyone loves Gronk. I can't stand that. Man, he went to
love
Arizona and Arizona State. Son of a bitch.
Shout out to Aaron Gordon. Just won an NBA title.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That shit was
Let's
wild.
talk about that.
Can we talk about how I guessed it would be in Game 5 that it would end, though?
So
I
for
said
a
that before the
while,
series.
I was subscribed to the conspiracy theory that Wendy's was gonna have a spicy chicken nugget ad, and Wendy's was fixing it so the Heat and the Nuggets made the finals, and it was gonna be a 7-game series.
yeah.
So I'm glad to see that conspiracy is has been disproven. But as a resident Celtics fan, very
Dude, it's-
sad and kind of disappointed, and it's probably the last time we're gonna get to see the team.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's take a
assemble the way
moment
they
of silence. Take our hats off for
Take
that.
our hats.
Yeah.
are. Take our shades down, bow our heads for the
This is a
Celtics.
team that wanted to be in the playoffs but couldn't make it. Is that what you were
Whoa.
showing them?
Oh, we're showing off the Bulls.
Yeah,
We,
I'd rather not make the playoffs than lose in Game 7 right before the finals. So, to be honest with you,
It'd be a cool
That's-
hat if this was 1995.
Damn.
it's still a cool hat, man.
No, I'm just saying. That was fun.
Did you think that was just going to be that easy of a win for the finals, my guy?
Honestly, dude, when I saw the finals matchup, I wasn't even very intrigued or interested. I watched like, to be completely honest with you, I watched Game 1. That was the only game I watched.
It's only a game
And
you
I
need to
watched
watch,
and
yeah.
I watched the last. And I told him the other day I watched the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter of Game
Game
7
5. Oh, Game 5.
or Game 5.
Yeah.
Just so I could say I saw who won the championship.
Yeah, that's literally what I told
That's
him.
the exact what I watched myself. I watched all of Game 1, and I watched the second, just the end of me getting home from work.
Because
very
I called
late.
you.
Yeah, you
And
called.
you're like, yo, I'm not
me.
going to watch this. I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's history being made. Turn that shit on. That's the only team. That's one of the teams that never won a championship. And you're like, all right, whatever. How close is it? was the first question you asked.
I did, yeah. And then when I knew it was a blowout, I was like, I guess I'll pop in at the end. I like how Jokic is all business. I heard today he finally got to go watch his horses race down in Serbia.
Oh, really?
I saw a picture of him down there at the horse tracks.
What do you think of Jokic? You think he's a good player?
Yeah, man. I think dude, he passes, he can shoot, he can do everything. He's like he's a real fucking basketball player. Like,
do you think?
Who else is that way?
I don't know. I just feel like they're kind of a one and done team. After that,
if they keep,
I think next year, I feel like they're gonna get bounced out of the second round.
You don't think
you know what? They're gonna get a lot of heat next year for sure. Like they're gonna be like, yo, we can't let them just walk over everybody. So other teams are just gonna stack up in the West. Yeah. Because the West is like,
the West is hard. Right
it's
now.
It's hard, man. Like,
you don't think they can make like a Spurs type run? You know, they got the Nuggets. You don't think they can make a Spurs type run? I mean, they got Jokic, and if you watch Jokic play, it's kind of like if you ever been to the YMCA and there's one guy there that's like 6'7", and the other like next tallest guy is like 6'1", and he's just bullying everyone with his size and just good fundamentals. That's like what it's like watching Jokic. Everyone is just so many levels below.
But the thing is like with Jokic too, it's just like you don't expect a big man to pass like that or to be able to do a power dribble. Yeah. Like you don't see that. Like you see Robert Williams in the paint. Yo, that guy, man, looks like he got like a deer in the field, just flashed a bright ass light in his face. Like, yo, do I have to dribble the ball? Like, do I have to dribble this?
Robert Williams don't dribble.
Dude, if he could dribble the ball, they would have been so dominant in the paint. Robert Williams on the Celtics, man. He's so good. If he can actually do this thing that you can do with a basketball, where it's like 1, 2, you could dribble it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Full disclosure, Drotter is the resident Suns fan in the house.
Yeah, I am. I'm Arizona, and I am a Boston fan too as well because my dad.
It's a good ball club.
Yeah, Suns. To be an Arizona fan is very difficult. I can't even tell you the people that can see me on the video can see me how stressed I am because every year they get so goddamn close, and they're like, you know that Geico commercial with the dollar bill and the fish, and he's like, oh, you got it. Oh, here's your dollar. Gotta be quicker than that. You gotta be quick. That's literally us every year. The only time like they actually did something was in the 2001 Baseball World Series with the Diamondbacks and the Yankees. And the worst part was they should have let the Yankees win because it was 9-11, and they were like, "Nah, we won't let you have that."
Jeez.
Like, no, we won't let you have that. Arizona's here to just ruin history. It just ruined that's a hot take, but it's like my dad's birthday, so it's like a weird day in general.
Arizona's ruining history like Randy Johnson ended that bird's life. Kind of ruined it for him.
Dude. That guy is a monster. Like, we had season tickets to the Diamondbacks game over the bullpen. So, like, we were, like, on the second level, so you can hear how fucking hard they were throwing. And then when Randy would warm up, it'd just be, like, the loudest pop you can hear in a minute. And then, like, after, like, 4 pitches, you just see the catcher just go. I'm just like, dude, that
shaking his hand in pain.
That shit hurts. I'm like, dude, I would not I wouldn't stand there for 10 pitches if you paid me. No way.
Poor umpire shitting bricks back there.
Can you imagine if that catcher missed? That shit would hurt like hell.
Whew.
That's straight Happy Gilmore shit. Just like 365 more days until next season, coach. Just taking balls to the chest. Oh my god, man. I couldn't do that.
What do you think about John Morant?
I think that guy is a Looney Tune, my guy. Yo, just like... That's why you don't have social media. Like, if you're a pro athlete... You should not have any connection to your social media.
You should manage it.
You should have someone control that shit.
Especially if you're John Morant.
If you wanted to have shit like that, like, be somebody else. Don't be a pro athlete. Like, everyone watches your shit. It's like, hey, let me do this mid video. It's like, why? You just ruined your whole life. That's like, you know how much millions of dollars they get paid not to just fuck up that way? We got one job. Don't fuck up off the court. Don't hold a gun. You could hold a Nerf gun. That's way more badass than holding a real gun.
I believe his new excuse was it was a lighter. That's
But
the
thing
newest
is,
excuse.
The
I
thing
heard.
is, it doesn't really matter about the excuse that he made. It's kind of just like
It's the concept, guy.
he what do you call it? He went to the face of the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, and said, "I'm not gonna do it anymore." And then 7
Did
years
it
later,
again.
he did
Yeah,
it
it's
again,
like,
so.
yo, I thought it was a joke when I heard the second time. I was like, shit, Brits. I was like, yo, this is a joke. And then like
thought it
I
was
waited
an
a
onion.
week. You gotta wait a week to make sure that shit like marinates and make sure it's like actually real news.
It's
like,
let the
alright.
flavor sit in.
Yeah, like alright.
Did you see how the NBA sent him to rehab? And I'm like, what a disgrace to the entire rehab system. Like, what is he going to rehab for? Because he's too much of a thug.
Sorry, I have a problem holding guns during videos.
I'm
My
addicted
name's
to
John
holding guns.
Moran.
I can't stop holding guns in Instagram videos. Like, I didn't know there was
And
rehab.
it wasn't even
for
his
that.
live though. That's the crazy part. It was
That's
his
the
buddies.
thing. That's why I said if you're a pro athlete, like your entourage, you definitely need to know like who the fuck is in it and what they're posting. Like you should have like a no internet like device by you, so no one can like take pictures, post shit. It's like no.
That's probably definitely illegal. Having a no
It
internet
have to be-
device.
Well,
Yo, and those athletes aren't doing half the shit that's illegal.
It's a weird fact that it's also in an NBA player's contract that they can't ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, because it's gonna fucking hurt them, guy.
Makes sense. It's a liability.
You ever seen the movie Ballers?
Ballers, yeah. I've seen
Yeah,
that,
with the ride, the
Isn't that
second
a show?
Yeah, it's a
The
great
show.
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Gotcha.
Season 2, they drafted DL, and then he goes paintballing and he fucking hurts his leg because they talk about they can't do any fucking sports in the off season.
Probably no wakeboarding.
They can't do any fucking thing. It's like until your contract's done, no fun. It's like yeah, like you don't want to hurt yourself.
Mhm.
And then there's some players that just go ride like undersized motorcycles like Kettle from the 49ers. That guy's fucking nuts, dude. He does a weird hillbilly shit
George
with his
Kittle.
What
days
do you call
off.
those? Crotch rockets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about those like undersized kid ones. He'll ride one that's like so small, like he has to hold his feet
like
up.
those little Fisher Price bike.
Yeah, he was like ride that shit in the middle of the cornfield, just like doing some weird shit, guy. He's wild, man. Dude, some of these athletes just ball out like. It's like, what do you? Is there like an athlete that just like drives like a 2010 like Toyota Camry to work every day and has
Kevin
like
Durant.
yeah, he does. Yeah, you got
Oh, shit.
Kevin Durant, yeah, he's one of the very most low maintenance superstars.
When he
Believe it or
knocked,
not.
he wouldn't give that girl a discount at his coffee shop. Remember that?
Oh really?
The like
see
8-year-old
that.
kid or something. Nah, I think
No, I
they
didn't
were.
see that.
It
Yeah,
was like a
but-
fake beef.
Nah, he's one of the most low maintenance superstars.
That's what you gotta have,
in
man.
sports, yeah.
You don't need like a multi-million-dollar house. It's like great, you have the house. Wait till you retire. 2 years, boom, it's on the fucking.
It's funny
It's on
you
a
said
lot.
you mentioned not liking him earlier, but there was always that talk that Gronk never spent any of his football money. He actually
No, he's
saved
smart
it
as
all.
shit. He used all of his.
LeBron too.
He spent all of his sponsorship money, and he kept
Yeah.
all of his actual money from the NFL.
So
Like
he was still partying, but yeah, he was just living off that sponsorship money, partying. I heard the stories of how he used to get dropped off at the Patriots facility before like training camps and stuff, and he would just pass out in the locker room, and then like the trainers would go see him all passed out, and they just let him sleep, and they'd shoot an IV in him so he was ready for practice. That's confirmed. That's fact. Well, that's crazy. That's just how crazy Gronk be.
Yeah, I've been seeing those around. We have those for sale at Upstate Gardens actually.
these little hemp wigs.
Yeah.
We
Dude, they
got
make-
special
What do you-
glass holders.
What do you like them? Like, what are they used for?
So it's like I like.
Wow, that you're actually using one right now.
Yeah, so like I actually like using this so people that can't see it. It's like a little hemp wick. You wrap it around your lighter. I definitely wrapped it wrong. Clearly, I was way too stoned when I did that. I was just trying to get this shit on.
It happens.
So what you do is you, instead for like taking the full butane from the lighter, you light the hemp wick or the bee wax or whatever kind of wick you have on it. So instead for getting like all that butane, you're actually like smoking a little bit healthier and it lights a little bit better. So like when you light a cigar, you're supposed to use matches so you get the actual flavor from it. So like I look like a half a meatball half the time we're having a fire. I will literally grab a stick from the fire and use that to light a blunt.
I've seen him do it.
Yeah, multiple times.
I got this
Just 'cause
one.
you don't want that butane.
Yeah, it makes it definitely taste different. Like when you light a blunt, like some people are like, "No, that's stupid." But like that first hit though, like when you smoke a joint and you just use a match or use something like that's not butane or
Never
like
tried. I'm gonna have to try it.
yeah.
No, so I get like PTSD every time I watch Drotter try to light a blunt with the fire itself or a stick from the fire. Because shout out to one of my friends, Steve. He tried to do it one time, and we were all pissed drunk at a yurt farm in Durham, Maine. And he ended up actually falling straight on the fire and landing on his ass. And he had like 3rd-degree burns on his ass, but like he didn't even feel it till the next morning because he was all cooped up on Nog Creek whiskey. But it was a good night, dude. It was definitely a good night. Shout out to the yurt farm in Durham.
I remember when we had plans to build a yurt farm back in the day, the urban farm days.
Yeah, dude, those ideas were floating around for a minute. Those actually, if I'm not mistaken, those are Kyle's ideas to a mutual friend we know who's running another dispensary. I hope he's doing a good job.
Check out his Instagram page. It's Groggy Harbor Farms. I'm pretty sure.
Groggy Harbor Farms. I believe that's his Instagram page, unless it changed. So definitely check him out. He's up to cool.
He's
cool
definitely
stuff.
he's definitely a little mad scientist behind the books. He definitely likes getting into his seeds for sure. Speaking about seeds, man, like what's the hot strain you're on right now? Like, what's the hot strain right now?
Cap Junkie, bro. Shout out to Upstate Gardens.
I love. Yeah, dude. I've been
What
on
is
the
it called?
Cap
Cap
Junkie.
Junkie.
Cat Junkie?
Cap.
Oh,
Cap.
Cap.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, Cap
First I
Junkie.
thought you said Cab Junkie. I was like, yeah, I don't want to get in the cab with that guy.
No,
I was
no,
like, I don't want to
no,
ride
no.
this motherfucker. Like,
Cap Junkies. Nah, dude. I don't want none
Cap
of
Junkie,
that.
bro. Cap
Cap.
Keep that.
Okay, Cap. Like,
Animal Face. Jokers.
Jokers.
Those are the strains.
Jokers is a shout out to
Firefly.
Yep. Firefly. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Great guys.
Firefly.
Organics. Very, very, very
They
good
take
quality
good care
stuff.
of their-
It's
they take
organic.
good care
Don't
of their
panic. That's
Yeah.
always the slogan, my guy. It's always a great slogan.
Yeah.
I second that. I always love. I also love Tropicana cookies. It's like got the best
Yeah.
taste. It tastes like sweet oranges.
I'm
I
with
love that stuff.
I'm with Mike on that about the Tropicana cookies.
No,
I
a
don't
lot
like
of
the taste for some reason. The taste, like as soon as you take that first hit and you inhale it,
All them terps
Can't
are
do
right
it.
on that.
dude, you love it or you hate it. Like sometimes I don't take like a lot of the cushy terps well. A lot of those like deep earthy
Yeah.
tones. Like sometimes
You don't
those-
like earthy at all.
Sometimes it can just make me cough a lot sometimes, and it's like can be a little unpleasant. They definitely work. I love it. It'll
Yeah.
knock you right out, and I'll still put up with it because weed is weed sometimes.
the SMB.
But I,
We'll solve that.
yeah, I love SFE. SFE is
Oh,
really good
SFE.
stuff. Sometimes like GMO can do it. Like GMO can have that like gassy, funky earthiness to it. Like just
Yeah.
the mix of everything can sometimes be super overwhelming to the palate.
I guess I'm just not really like a floral type of smoking.
I think you and I are like kind of more the same.
Yeah,
I
I like
don't
the
like-
gassy. I like gassy, the earthy.
I like earthy shit a
Yeah.
lot. I just always do. But I'm always like an earth sign anyway, so I'd like Sticking to my roots.
I try to stay away from as soon as I see names like apples and bananas, stuff like that. I try to stay away from names like that. Like anything that has like has like a strong taste. I'm not really trying to. I don't know. I just
You
Like
stick
a-
away
like
from
a fruit
purple then?
taste.
like purple chem. Like I'll smoke
Like-
that. Like that's good.
Yeah,
That's good shit.
Yeah. Ice cream cake. Like I'll smoke that.
that sounds pretty. I feel like ice cream cake and GMO are like the new GG4s. It's like the new that's the
That's
new
like
thing.
ice cream cake
Like
is
Runts.
literally like
Yeah.
the strain of Lewiston. I
Like
feel
Runts.
like that.
I agree, dude. If Lewiston had a city strain, I
It'd
think
be
it would
ice
be
cream
ice
cake.
cream cake.
It would
Yeah,
be.
because I've never like it, that
Or
shit's blowing up all over the place. Like any store you have, it's like ice cream cake, ice cream cake.
It's
ice
kind of
cream
wild
cake.
because ice cream cake used to be like a thing way back when I was in high school, and then like I never really heard of it, and then moving down into Lewiston, bro, it's like all you hear is ice cream cake for some reason. It's kind of weird.
There were
Everyone
some
wants
good
that
cuts
cake,
going
yeah.
around Lewiston the last couple of years. I don't know, so I haven't seen it around as much. I'm assuming probably like the demand's dying for it, but honestly,
I'm
I'd
gonna
smoke
have to-
smoke some ice cream cake right now.
I'm gonna have to give you some sometime. Man.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I got quite a bit of it at my house actually.
Oh,
Whoa, little private stash.
Yeah.
man. So whoa. So what was that question I asked you earlier? You wanted me to ask you about if you had to go back in time.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. So we got a random question today. Like, question is, if you went back in time to the first time you had sex, what would you tell yourself right before you did it?
Man, that's a Like I said before, that's a crazy question. Man.
Out of all the questions you asked earlier, that was not the one I was expecting.
Oh, you want me to ask
I
the
really wasn't
presidential one,
expecting
too?
you to ask that one, but my answer to that question, I would say,
Can you remember when you had it? First of all, you got to go back in time.
Yeah,
I know it's
yeah,
been a minute, but like
I know the girl.
like
And
last
it's
week's like
kind
a
of
long
funny.
time.
It's kind of funny because I didn't think about it when you asked me before, but now I'm thinking about it now. I saw the girl very recently.
Oh yeah.
When I was up north in Caribou.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
When you're back home.
Caribou, yeah.
Yep. And but I would say that is just like probably to pull out, you know.
Oh my god. You know that is a great sell. You know, that's great advice.
Yeah,
that's great advice. That's honorable, man.
Yeah.
That's
It shows your
honorable.
wisdom over time.
Yeah.
Well, that's just like one lesson that you should have learned back in sex ed. It's like it goes in, but you got to make sure it comes out too.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely,
like, especially where them Jimmy's guy. What about you, Master Chef over there? What would you tell yourself?
Yeah, Ryan, what would you tell yourself, huh?
Bro, I got nothing to tell myself. No regrets.
Like, what would you tell yourself a month ago? Because that's when it was, right? I was just messing with you.
You had me like a deer in the headlights look for a second. I was confused. I didn't know what to say. But nah, dude. I tell myself nothing. I just make myself a sandwich and get it ready.
Prep yourself before. You should prep the sandwich before.
If I went back in time, I would just make myself useful and make the sandwich so that way I save more time and recovery was quicker.
I love Nick's face. He's just like, yo, you selfish motherfucker. You thinking about yourself making a sandwich before.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm just trying to think of what's the semblance of the sandwich after. Like, what kind of
Good
sandwich?
job for you, guy.
What kind of sandwich are we thinking?
Dude, we're thinking turkey and provolone, and if you got any bacon.
Did you have it then though? Like, think about back to that
How
time.
about-
Would you have available to you at the time?
No, I had a ham, processed ham and American cheese, whatever you can find out of the fridge that your mom had kicking around.
Oh,
Hey, if there was a Jersey Mike's sub in there, would you would have taken it?
Oh, dude, there was a
Did Jersey Mike's back then?
I don't think Jersey Mike's was around back then. I'm not 100%
Don't make it sound too old, my guy. We ain't aging.
I know.
We're
When
pushing the big
When did
3-0.
Jersey Mike's come around anyway?
that is a good question. I assume they were in Jersey longer than they've been everywhere else. I can get a...
I bet you they're longer than 30. I bet you we were born, but we just didn't even know. It's not big.
Yeah.
It's not like Subway, because Subway was just all over the goddamn map, and then somebody had to ruin it.
My first sub other than Subway, I would say it was Quiznos though.
Quiznos. I heard Quiznos. Quiznos, yeah,
The bullet,
yeah.
it's a good sub.
Yeah, I feel like they need more
Never been to Quiznos, dude.
Never been to
Never been to
Quiznos.
I don't think they exist anymore.
What are you
I don't
talking
think they
about?
do anyway either.
I think they do. They're more like West Coast.
Yeah, they used to be down south.
Yeah. You see that shit everywhere out west. Do you know what I wish they had? I miss that they all have out here is Jamba Juices. It's like a big juice bar basically.
No, I don't think
That
I've
shit
ever
was
had
fire.
it.
Like in a giant triple berry.
I miss Bug Juices.
Is it like a big juice bar kind of thing?
Bug Juice is like a little, it was like a little container. It's like a little pop top.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was like a. You remember Bug Juices?
Those little the sugar juice,
Mhm.
yeah, we just called them whatever color they were juice,
Mm-hmm.
like blue juice, purple juice, yeah.
Interesting.
And they had like a different colored bug on it for whatever flavor it was. Yeah.
Sounds kind of retro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds some
Tons of sugar.
Yeah.
What was the best throwback candy? Growing up, what was your candy of choice? Those chocolates with the little candy.
To be honest
tarts
with you,
in
I'm
it?
not a big candy guy. I was more of like I did not eat Sour Patch. I was not the Sour Patch candy type. I was not like the Laffy Taffy. I didn't eat any of the sugary stuff. I love the basic M&Ms, like peanut M&Ms, Reese Cups.
Oh, those are always fire.
Yeah, I'm not really a big Skittles fan. Any of that.
The super sweet.
No.
Yeah, just you got for.
No, the Gushers. I never was a fan of Gushers. I don't. Yeah. Starburst. I don't know.
Yeah, you should have been in my family, man. We had the opposite. My mom gave me those everything sweet possible was Like my house over here, it was like the sweet house. Like you never worked out, you didn't do anything. And then the neighbor house, they were like training for like the marathons and shit next door. They were doing like, I'm not even bullshitting you. Like my mom was Debbie and their mom was Debbie, but there were like two different Debbies. And their Debbie had a 6-pack and she was just like, get the fucking push-ups. I'm like, eat your salad. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Debbie 6-pack over there.
Dude, that was
Shout out to Debbie.
Curtis's mom. Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, that's serious.
No,
But
she's super nice.
she was crazy. She was awesome. But she was just
super nice.
every day she'd be sitting crisscross applesauce in a recliner kind of chair eating a bowl salad every day. I was just like, yo, you are literally 60 years old and you got a fucking 8-pack. What the hell? Like, that's some crazy shit. I couldn't even get an 8-pack and I've tried for like 10 years. Like, what is going on? But like, we would eat all nothing but sweets and shit, so they would come over. They would leave their house on the boat and then drive to my house, and I would have a bag. There's just like sodas, candies, and their mom would be on the dock, and she'd be on the binoculars. She's like, I see sweets going on the boat.
It's kind of wild that you live on the lake there too, because like that's how pretty much everyone in Caribou is. Like everyone in Caribou, they live like in the town.
Yeah.
But once the summer hits, the town's a ghost town.
Oh,
No one lives in
for
the town.
sure.
Everyone just goes up to the lake and just lives on houses like that. So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
There's a lot of out-of-staters out here. We're gonna get some of them on our podcast too. Get some transplants.
What's that? Oh, that's I like that. Okay, transplants.
Transplants, man. You feel that?
Yeah.
Like Curtis will probably make his way on. We'll have a few more guests lined
He'll
up
float
on
us
that,
on.
but-
Yeah, we'll float on over here.
Are you ready for our Boston College experience?
Definitely.
Right, you guys are hype. You gotta tell our listeners like what you did. Don't hold it back either. Like go full detail into this shit.
Full detail. What are we talking about?
Well, like what you like the whole package that you bought because you don't you have like
Oh, we got like season tickets to Boston College, but we got like a concierge. I can't remember his name, or I'll give him a shout out. He'll get a shout out here one of these
It
days.
starts with a B.
I want to say it was a good Christian name. It was like
Bro.
maybe it was Christian.
Maybe it was like.
yeah. I hope it's Bruce. That'd be such a badass guy to be like, yo, I got a guy. He called Bruce. He gets me
but-
anything I need.
That's exactly what this guy is. He told me if our car breaks down, he'll come pick us up and bring us
I
to
don't
the
really
game.
believe that.
No, but I don't believe him either. But I
He's
like
a-
what he stood for.
Yeah. I'm really excited for the golf cart ride to the stadium.
Yeah, well, free shuttle rides, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Dude, super stoked.
We got a parking spot.
Free parking spot. We got our own grill. We got some moose steaks in my freezer that we're saving for opening day.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on my moose steak.
Yeah, maybe we can get our moose girl on the podcast here. But we got
Oh yeah.
we do have a good moose connect, and it'd be nice to get her on here. But yeah, any games you super excited for this
To
year?
be honest with you, I really haven't looked at the schedule yet, because sports just ended, so it's kind of just like.
Still try to savor the moment.
Yeah,
that's
it's
why,
It's kind of
like,
weird,
yeah.
man. Like it's kind of weird. Like I turn on, like sometimes I fall asleep the games and shit. Like and then I wake up and watch highlights, and now I'm waking up and like there's no highlights to watch.
Bro, watching highlights when you're older and then when you're in college are two different things. Like, when you watch highlights in college, you're like, all right, it's time to drink, boys. It's like you just got back from, like, the long night, you're chilling with your roommate, and you're still wired, and you're like, yo, we still got these beers. We got to kill these because we can't have any alcohol in the room. So it's like every three-pointer you see, you drink. Every slam dunk, you drink. Every touchdown, you drink. And it's like top 10 plays. And it's like, great. There's going to be 3-pointers and dunks on every single play. So you crush like 5 beers in the next 10 minutes in the top plays.
We used to play the game where all we did was we got a little bit of we just got clear tape, and everyone had a different color Sharpie, and we all just drew a little mustache on it. And then you take the tape and you put it on the TV. And whenever someone lined up with one of the mustaches, everyone had to drink unless it was yours. So we would play we'd play some nights, like we'd be watching the NBA and we'd have it set just right. Every time someone's taking like a free throw, you're just constantly drinking. And then it pans to another screen and then back to the free throw and you're drinking again. So it was like over and over and over again. We got really good at it, and like that's how we got rid of our
Also
That's like
heard-
Battleship, basically, with fucking mustaches.
I also
my
heard
guy.
about your hot dog game.
Oh my goodness. I gotta tell a cast about this.
So, for the viewers, I
Oh.
believe, I can't remember exactly what game it was, but it was the playoff game.
Game 1.
Was it game 1? Game
It was
1
game
between
1 and
Celtics
two.
and the
Ate a hot dog
76ers.
for every 3-pointer that was
Oh,
made.
so first of all, like, I didn't think I was going to do this. I was hypothetically saying it. I happened to wake up that morning. I was like, you know, it's my day off. I'm going to eat a bunch of food because they just closed this place. Exceptional? Is that what it was called?
It was, yeah.
But they changed the name like
Exceptional.
fucking 8 different times. It was Exceptional and then Exceptional. It's like, just pick one, goddammit. But they closed and they got a Daddy-O's now. Shout out to them, opening a new place in Five Corners. But no, I woke up, had 18 eggs that morning, and then
Shout out to Daddy.
Daddy-O's is
Yeah,
pretty
shout
good. They
out
have a
Daddy-O's.
wild story. I don't know if you've ever heard it. We'll get to that in one other cast.
Reminds me of like Go Daddy.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit
Whatever
really
happened
good.
to Danica Patrick anyway? That's another story.
That's another story.
She was
We'll do
going
good.
out with, she's married to someone now, I think. She was going out with Aaron Rodgers for a while, but he probably went on too many darkness retreats.
Aaron Rodgers. Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. But no, your hot dog story. though, I
Yeah,
didn't hear
going
that.
back to
and then
you
I
ate
ate 18 eggs that morning.
18 eggs.
Okay. And then,
Like what kind of eggs? Like
Oh.
scrambled, like fried, or?
so I put bell peppers. I put bacon.
Damn, so it wasn't just regular eggs. It
Oh
was
no,
like,
guy.
No, it was like
It's
an
me,
omelet.
guy. Like, dude, it's like, do I look like a plain motherfucker to you?
But 12 eggs with like all that on it is crazy.
Bro, I used to go to that exceptional place, and they have the egg challenge. It's 8 double yolkers, and you have to have 5 things in it. I would just say put them all in, and it's 15 items. So it's like, yo, if I'm paying $16 for this shit, I'm gonna get my money's worth. Why not just put all of it in it? And then it comes with that, and then it came like a dude. This plate's like this fucking big. It's huge, and it comes with like a plate of hash browns.
Mm-hmm.
Take that, and then it comes with 2 or 4, or a total of 8 divided pieces of toast you got to eat too. I devour that
How
shit
long do you have?
as long as you want. It takes me usually 10 minutes.
Oh shit.
He's not kidding.
Like we went to the place in Turner, Terry Maxine's.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Good
ate
place.
that 3-pound burrito there.
We should go there sometime. I've never been.
Oh, that place is pretty good. I like the burritos, but this is
we
me.
should go there sometime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a challenge there. If you eat the 3-pound burrito, you get a free cookie. And I've seen this guy eat 2 of them in one day. No exaggeration.
I've definitely
at
done
all.
it at least 5 times. It's funny. Well, the first time I did it, the waitress came up. She's like, "Yo, one of the other waitresses has never seen this happen. Do you mind if she comes over?" And I was like, "Sure." And she came over and she's like, "Wow, I've never seen someone eat it before." I was like, "What? It's just an empty plate. There's nothing crazy about it. I'm like, here's an empty plate. Like, it's just
We got a wild drawder here. He's taking down a 3-pound burrito.
oh,
yeah.
crocky, look at this
Oh,
fucker."
crikey.
So
Look
there's no
at him
time
just
limit on
devour
any
it.
of the things.
No.
Like, okay.
But if there was, I'd still fucking crush it.
That's crazy.
Like, well, dude, we'll have to do a challenge the next time you come on the cast, and you get to pick it. I'll let you pick, like, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. What do you
Consider
think?
that
We'll discuss
challenge.
it now
I'll
so
book
we
it.
can figure
I'll
this
book
out.
it. You get in contact
Um,
with me, I'll book it. Let's make it happen. But what do you want to see?
We'll cook
me?
it right before the
Yeah,
cast so it's fresh, and the viewers can see that shit.
Just
We'll
Right.
see
Yeah.
the steam coming off of it.
You want? I do.
Want to do a wing challenge?
Dude, I'll do a hot wings challenge. I'll go as high as you
We
want.
will. We
Yeah,
got the
let's do a
hot
hot wing
wings.
challenge.
Yeah, I'll do a hot ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
hot
do
wings.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, bro, like,
Consider it booked.
bro, I'll cry to win. I'll cry to win. Like we had to do, we did what we tried to do
Oh,
one
man.
time, dude. We did the nuke, the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 8 on the list, and we're still trying to have like a serious conversation. You just see him and my other buddy just slam these cups, dude, just full to the brim of milk. Slam, fill
Yup.
them up, and you just
Yup.
see him filling it up in the podcast.
Yup.
And I'm still talking, and then you just hear. "Rah!" just in the background, and then you just see the other one go. Then I'm like, oh man, I feel sick, and I took
Projectile.
I was doing fine, but then like I drank some milk, and that shit fucked me up. I'm like,
Yeah.
I forgot I am lactose intolerant, but I just pushed through that shit. I love ice cream too much not to
That's
eat it.
crazy.
That was me, dude. I'm lactose
Bro.
intolerant, slamming that milk, projectile vomiting off of your porch onto the ground. Like, sorry for the viewers for that.
Oh, I felt bad
image.
because like I looked at you and I was like, dude, this is just curling in my
That
stomach. Am I gonna
beautiful
feel better if like? Am I gonna feel better? Like when you get sick like that, you're like, do I just throw up or do I just keep pushing through it?
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I just throw up.
Dude, I hate.
I hate pulling the
flu.
trigger,
I hate
guy.
the flu, bro.
Ah,
The the flu is the fucking
Dude, but let's be real. Men take the flu like it's like the worst thing on the planet, though. We think it's like
I
you're
agree
dying
with
of
that.
cancer or some
Agreed.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
like calm down. It's a flu. Like, it shit sucks. Like,
and then,
there's
like, the
other
next day
shit.
you think about it, it's just like, damn.
Yeah.
That was only like that.
Yeah, dude, I've seen some people cry over some small ass shit. I'm like, dude, I have my dad's best friend die of like Lou Gehrig's disease. That's some shit like you could fucking cry about. You cut your finger on a paperclip and you're gonna cry for 2 weeks about that shit. Close your goddamn mouth.
I guess it's perspective.
Oh, it's crazy, man.
Just
It's
not
crazy.
to get you too off, go back to the hot dog.
Oh yeah, so back to the hot
12 eggs with everything
18.
scrambled. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
18 eggs that morning, and then I talked to Ryan, and I was like, "Yo, I bet you." I was okay. The bet started way smaller than it had to be, because Ryan likes to instigate and push things to the limit. So we went there.
I do.
He definitely does. So I was like, "Hey, I'll eat a hot dog for the Celtics every 3-pointer." I'm like, "That's a lot of hot dogs for one team." He's like, "No, you got to do it for both."
Who are the Celtics playing?
76ers.
76ers, yeah.
Game 1.
Yep.
Oh, it was a shootout.
Bro.
Oh, it was a shootout.
I was like, all right, it can't be that bad. I'm like, it's the first game. It's going to be like...
That's not a bad game to do that.
Dude, right, game 1, it's going to be very intense.
Of those teams meeting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's
not-
like there's some... You got Embiid, who's just the MVP. You got some big names on that
Unless
team.
Jason Tatum goes off, you're not really...
Right, I'm not going to worry about it. Well, I was fucking wrong, dude. They had 16 threes in the first quarter.
He was
I
in the-
shit you not,
He
dude.
was in the fetal position. He
And the
ate
worst
so
part was I
much
ate
salt.
hot dogs before we even started the fucking event.
Yep.
So I was like, I ate like 8 or 9 before, and then I was like, all right, I could do this. I'm
Yeah,
like, can I count?
just shy of a dozen. He
I was
had
just like-
almost a dozen, and then he was in the fetal position, and he was just like, I can't move.
Dude, I literally had to lay down and eat them, like off the ground. It was like, you know the Snorlax and Pokemon?
Why would you keep going, though?
Dedication, man. The
Bro.
only problem was halftime game, and I literally passed the fuck out.
You're right for the worst part. We didn't even start the game on time, so we paused it on Hulu. That's how we were watching it, and I was fast forwarding all the commercials, so I wasn't even giving them time to recoup in between hot dogs.
Oh, no,
I
he was
just
like, no
fast-forwarding.
break.
Would you enter the 4th of July hot dog contest if you had the opportunity?
Is this with bun?
It's with bun, but
Yeah.
you can soak bun, dude. That's what you got to start
It's
soaking
so-
bun.
So
if you're gonna do
am I
this.
going to start training for this, man? Or is this like...
Well, I think it's like it's frowned upon to train, but like, yeah.
You don't,
What?
think, you don't think that Johnny is training right now to win his 23rd year in a row, probably? Or whatever, how many...
What's his record?
Who?
Joey.
Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut.
Oh, dude,
American
I got
hero.
I don't think he trains to do that.
Oh.
Come on now.
No, he doesn't train because he does it so goddamn often.
Yeah.
it's not training when it's just a habit, dude. Okay, then go into the Joey Chestnut thing. We'll also have to do the 3-point thing, hot dog again. We'll have to do that sometime down the road. But because of football, it's just weird. It's like, would you eat 7 hot dogs for 1 touchdown? That's just...
7 hot dogs?
How would you do it for football? Would you do it by point?
Hear me out.
Or the difference for the
You
team?
pick a team, right?
You pick a team and...
You eat a hot dog for every incomplete pass. I don't know. In the
Bro,
game,
that's so many hot
it
dogs.
depends, dude. It depends who you're like, what the game is. Imagine you
The
get
stakes.
like.
Eat
I would
a
say
hot
the
dog-
difference between
eat a
the
hot
points.
dog for every first down.
Oh, how many first downs are in a game? Probably like...
We can get an average on that. We can pull GPT
Definitely.
up. And
Because football is the next big sport coming up, right? Yeah, it's got to be. It's September.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because hockey's over, basketball just ended. I'm not going to do it for baseball because that you could
Because
do any
football-
challenge in baseball.
Basketball starts when
Yeah.
after? Basketball starts after NFL, right?
Yeah, 100%. Because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
happens in September, like the first week of September. We'll do that
I don't really start watching NBA until like
mid-season.
really, yeah, because once college basketball starts, but I don't really give a shit about a lot of things.
Yeah, because March Madness is just
Yeah.
such a huge thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of March, you guys we talked about it on with a couple of our other casts, but like you were one of the people that went to
The Big Ten
the
tournament.
Big Ten tournament.
Yeah.
Yo,
guy.
Big East tournament.
Oh, the
Big
Big
East.
East tournament.
Big East, yeah.
Big
yeah.
East
Big
tournament.
10 tournaments in Indianapolis,
Dude,
respectively.
Big Ten, that's the conference that Ohio State's in.
Yeah.
We were at the
You're getting excited, but you show when you're in shit. You're like,
We were-
I gotta
we were-
rep it, man.
We were at the Big East tournament with then national champion UConn, who actually did not win that tournament.
Yeah, they should have.
They should have.
Should have, but they won the whole thing though, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
That's
they won what
crazy.
mattered.
Yeah.
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 They probably needed that loss to kind of,
But the Big Ten
Spark
tournament,
fire.
that was a crazy experience, dude. Sitting in Madison Square Garden, bro.
Big East,
Courtside.
Big East,
Or
Big
Big
East.
East.
Big East. But
Dude, if
yeah,
he messes
yeah.
up one more time, he's got to take a dab.
Yeah, he
3 and out.
He's
That's what you guys
he is
do.
one
Yeah,
Big
3
Ten
and out.
away
If you
from
say,
taking
yeah,
a
if you say
dab.
Big
East,
Ten.
The Big East tournament, though, Madison Square Garden, bro. Sitting courtside. That was a crazy experience.
Courtside with
That
Melo.
was the first time I've ever been in that building for any sort of reason at all, too. So
Who's
And
it? Oh, go ahead. My
we
bad.
explored the whole entire arena.
Yeah,
pretty much,
we
like,
walked around the entire thing.
Literally, except for
Read everything on the wall, dude.
That shit was kind
like,
of wild, yeah. So it was
Oh,
good.
man,
It was a
I'm
good
glad I didn't go there because I would have been there for days if I was reading off all the shit on the wall.
Bro, we were.
Like, over there for hours,
we were
dude.
definitely, dude. There was that point at the time when during the game, I don't know who was playing, but we were all the way up top. We were definitely at a spot where me and Ryan were definitely not supposed to be. At.
Yeah, no, we snuck into the media center, but then we got up there and there was what are we gonna do? It's not like we're not gonna raise havoc or anything. But
Bro,
we're
you could just
chilling.
tell all the people there, and we're just
writers, and,
they were all typing, and they had their headphones on and shit. There was
Like people that actually do their shit.
CBS News was up there and all that shit.
Yeah.
Didn't you see you two
I'm just
goony
chilling-
asses walking in
Just
and
chilling
shit?
with my Georgetown jersey.
Yeah.
Not a Georgetown fan, but
Oh, speaking of Georgetown, tell them what you guys were saying.
tell 'em.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, dude. So,
Well, it doesn't matter. He's
Patrick-
not there anymore, so who gives a shit?
yeah, Patrick Ewing, yeah. So we were at was that at Madison Square Garden or was that at the Brooklyn?
no, that was at Madison
That
Square.
was at
Garden.
Madison Square
Yeah.
Garden when, so we got heckled by a Georgetown fan. He was a very passionate Georgetown fan. I think he was more of a passionate Patrick Ewing fan more than a Georgetown fan.
For
himself.
sure.
Well, you were in the garden, so you got it,
Yeah. So, I mean, me and Ryan were just, being,
Two birds chirping away.
chirping, just saying, why is Patrick Ewing even, the coach of Georgetown? The only reason why he even got that job is just because he played there. He has not brought that team any significance of, winning. He has no, you can even Google, they have not had a winning record of his head coaching. He's not a good coach at all. Any of that. I mean, he's a great player. He was a great player. Didn't win a ring, but he's
Still a
great
legend.
player.
Still a legend for his playing career.
But the
NA on the analysis over here. Look
yeah,
at this
shit,
guy.
I mean, the fan behind us was not appreciative of the comments that we were talking about. Patrick Ewing's coaching.
No.
You probably didn't like the comment you said to him either.
Well, the last thing he said, he was crying about something. I won't get into what he said specifically. And then he was walking away. And then the last thing you said was whatever to what he said. Patrick Ewing's probably going to get fired tomorrow anyway. And literally, we woke up at our hotel, which was probably the worst hotel in the world, but it's hilarious because we
stay there again.
I would stay there again. I swear.
Book a hotel at that place tonight and go there tomorrow.
Dude, it's terrible.
No
Bring your
problem.
own blanket.
Everyone.
It's uncomfortable. Make sure you're
Fire
just ready to
location.
pass
Best
out when you go to
location.
sleep. But yeah, dude, it was hilarious.
You
It was
walk-
a hilarious
You
place.
walk out of the hotel and the first thing you see is MSG, bro.
Yeah.
It's a great.
Beautiful location.
You're right on 32nd Avenue or 32nd.
I remember it's where the Jewish part of town meets the Korean part of town.
Yeah.
That's all I remember about the entire thing.
It was great.
Because it's broken up like that on the map.
Remember that Chinese woman that was trying to take our luggage?
Yo, are you talking about the girl working the front
Yeah,
desk?
yeah.
She was like, "Yo, we go down there at night. We're coming back into the hotel, and there's this girl clearly doing OnlyFans videos in the lobby. In the lobby, you can just look into this room, and all that's in this room is a bed, a laptop, one of them circle
Oh
lights.
my god.
Yeah,
The selfie
and
lights
her
and shit.
Just. Dude, she's the girl that checks you in. She probably owns the place, and she also just rocking
lives
her
there.
OnlyFans, dude. She living there, rocking her OnlyFans with her door open. And we came in, and she didn't even stop her OnlyFans activity. That's why it was the worst hotel ever, but I loved it. The cable, dude. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but the
We didn't
cable.
even have a TV in there.
Yeah, we had a TV.
Oh yeah, it was the worst TV setup of
Yeah.
all time, bro.
It had
that
one
shit
of
was
those-
ridiculous.
You can go to Walmart and buy those bootleg antennas that kind of pick up some of those random local channels around you. That's what that's what was installed to the TVs. Those like things to bypass like the satellite companies and
So
stuff.
you know, in the room, so you walk in, so like you're walking in this to the room or whatever.
Yeah.
So let's say you're walking in this way.
Yeah.
There's a bed here and a bed here, and there's
Yeah.
like the space in the middle
It's like
of
a
the window.
dorm.
And then there's a bath. The bathroom's like over right on the right when you walk in.
Yep.
But so when you're laying down, so I took this bed on the left, and Ryan was on this bed on the right,
Yeah.
and the TV was on the wall
Next to the bed. Yeah.
next to the bed that I was sleeping in, but I had my head like level
Oh,
with
so you
my.
could like put your feet where the TV was to see the
Yeah.
TV.
There's only one person watching TV.
Even if I laid on my side facing the TV, I'm still looking straight at the wall. Like I would have to lay like this to watch
Oh,
the TV.
this-
It was not a.
That's not
it wasn't
a good.
it was-
That
I
doesn't sound
think
like a
the
good
The
time.
TV was just there for.
But
lunch.
low location though. But think about that girl working at the front desk. Talk about
Hustling.
location, yo. That's the best way to get your business. So you got people coming in and out, and you know those guys are half perverts. And you guarantee they're gonna fucking sign up on our OnlyFans page.
All around the country. People
Yeah.
from all around the country are coming in. Penn Station is right there, which is like the famous train station
yeah,
that
yeah.
everyone comes into. Then you got Madison Square Garden right there. Yeah, that girl's making bank on her OnlyFans probably.
Do you know how much money they make sometimes off that shit? It's insane. Like, I have to deal with the customers, and I'm like, yo, how much you spending on this shit? Like, it's nuts,
I
man.
woke up at 5:30 in the morning in New York City, and I got laughed at by him because I went to Dunkin' Donuts out of all places.
Yeah, you got a bagel at Dunkin' Donuts in New York City.
That's dedication, guy.
Yeah, and I walked.
That's
I walked,
props to respect.
You know what? I did it for the
Respect
walk
for
though,
New
because
England right
I did
there.
it for the walk because it was like 5:30 in the morning. We're in New York, you know, and
So it
we're on
was
like
a lot.
30. We're on 32nd, and the Dunkin' Donuts was on like 38. So I was like, shit, that's a nice little walk. So you know.
And you
Like
know,
the
I'm
joint.
still passed out off that THC capsule you gave me to sleep the night before.
Did you leave
Yeah.
the room because
Yeah,
you
I
were
left-
snoring so loud?
No, I left the room because I always wake up mad early, and I knew I wasn't gonna sit there and wait for him to wake up in that little ass room.
Yeah,
so I was just
yeah.
like, I'm gonna go walk around. So I smoked a joint, walked around,
Like, I love my buddy, but like, this is way too close. I
Yeah,
don't want to be too
yeah.
close to you longer than I have
took a
to.
shower.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I bet.
How much did we pay, dude? I swear to God, we paid like 50
Paid under
each.
$100.
It's like 50 each.
Yeah,
I think I said.
It's solid.
and there was no security deposit fee too. It was one of the first hotels I've ever been at where you don't have to put.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like, you know how you usually have to put like $100 down or $200 down
Yeah.
with your thing. You didn't have to do that.
dude, they're lucky. They probably pay you to fucking stay there, if anything.
But dude, it's actually crazy because if you go on there right now, I guarantee you it was very hard to find another room there.
Yeah.
It was all booked up. Like the whole entire rest of the month was like booked up.
It's just probably so cheap. It's just
Just random. We
It's
got
a
like one of those
location.
random
Just-
deals
yeah,
on Kayak or one of those websites. Not that one. I'm not endorsing nothing, but
Who's your favorite team? I was trying to ask you that earlier. I totally forgot spaced out. Who's your favorite team to watch when you guys were at the tournament?
Honestly probably UConn just because like that was
The team you wanted to watch?
yeah.
they were the favorites too. Some teams came out hot. There was one game early on. I can't remember who.
Dayton's in that conference?
What is Dayton?
No, that was we went to another tournament too. Dayton was in
Dayton
the,
was in
the
the
Atlantic 10 conference,
Yeah.
which we actually ended up going to the Barclays Center too.
Yeah, that was a
which
crazy.
wild because we were courtside there, which is just wild. Just I've never been to the Barclays Center or Madison Square Garden, so to get to go in like 2 straight days was pretty lit.
For $10.
Yeah, we got it for like $10. It was so cheap. There's so much to do in New York. And, like, people didn't give the Big East tournament a lot of respect because people didn't give the Big East a lot of respect this year. So tickets were mad cheap. And then UConn goes on to win the national championship, just bringing nothing but respect to
Guarantee
the
you're
Big
not
East.
going to be some cheap tickets next year.
Well, they're going to be, then someone else will be, and then that
We'll get-
conference
yeah,
is
we're
going to be the one that
hopeful.
blows up. So put your money in the team the conference has the least amount of
Yeah.
fucking funds in it, guy.
The team, we did watch Steph Curry's old college team play in the Atlantic tournament too.
Davidson, yeah,
Davidson,
we
yeah.
saw them play against, I think it was like St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis, yeah. They were in the tournament too, weren't
We
they?
saw VCU win.
The VCU fan?
VCU fan, dude. There
Dude,
was
they
this.
have a crazy fan base, bro, let me tell you. VCU.
Yeah.
Virginia Commonwealth University. What a fucking fan
Who the
base.
fuck are those jabronis?
Virginia Commonwealth, dude.
It's a great
They-
school though. Low-key.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that fucking school in my life, though, guys.
It's like
Where
a
is it?
down south version of like I don't know, like
They come
Don't know.
to fruition
very-
once a
okay.
it's a
year.
very like preppy private college school.
Got
I'd
you.
say.
I got you what you're saying.
They usually make a run in March Madness.
Is it like kind of like a Xavier and shit like that?
Yep,
Yeah.
just
Well, Xavier's the Big
Xavier.
East.
Yeah, I
Villanova.
was gonna say it's like
Yeah,
yes.
just like
when
one
you
of
were
those
describing, it, I was
schools.
like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely like a Xavier kind of school.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's this one crazy fan, dude. I'm not saying midlife crisis, but like he had that kind of energy. If you've ever seen Mean Girls and you remember,
Bro, have I seen Mean Girls? You fucking
yeah, Mean
Of
Girls,
course I have.
of course. But you remember Amy Poehler in Mean Girls? This like the mom, how she was like all super excited and rowdy. He was the male equivalent of it.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh.
fantastic, dude. It was like worth the price of admission. It was like $10 to get in. It literally, I think it was like $10 for 2 tickets, like no cap. And then we just sat courtside because like we noticed on our app that the courtside the courtside seats weren't taken, so we just took them
Yeah.
and we just
No
checked.
one really cared.
So we were definitely on TV. You
Dude,
could spot us somewhere.
Working at the stadium, like doing what that looks like a kind of a cool job, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Security's a pretty fun job, man. Like, you ever been to like a bouncer or anything like that?
Been a bouncer?
Yeah.
No.
That's also like a fun job. Being security is like you deal with a lot of crazy,
Lot of crazy
fucking
stuff, but-
people,
But
guy.
I
Like,
feel like it'd be like it'd
Dude,
be really
they-
fun. Like it'd be like a fun like
It's
time.
fun.
Like, you'd make some cool like you'd meet some cool ass people.
it's fun until they get like point blank for your face, and you're like, holy shit, this person's like code red crazy. Like, holy shit, this person's like gonna give you every rant in the book. They're like, oh, you're not gonna let me in?
We gonna
With my 6 kids at home, I let them at home. I got a babysitter to fucking watch them tonight to be at this game. You said I can't come in? Are you fucking telling me? Like,
Speaking
you
of
have to deal with
bouncers,
that
though,
shit.
We gotta go out sometime, dude. We
Bro,
gotta go out.
you want to go out with my sober ass? I'll do that.
Yeah, I don't really drink either.
I'll just be edibled out.
That's fine. I mean, we don't. Yeah, we can just.
I'll put
go
some
out.
chocolates in my pocket every time we go
Let's
to a
go to
different
the-
place.
let's go
I'll
to
eat
the-
100
I
milligrams.
like to go to a concert or something. All the money
Dude.
I don't spend on drinking, I literally just spend on concert tickets, and then I don't drink while I'm
We're
there.
going to a concert this month.
Yes.
You're going one in 2 weekends or 2 weeks, not next week, the following week.
Yeah, about 2 weeks from now, me and Trotter here, we're going to be going
Oh,
down
you're
to
going too?
Weezer.
You want to do it?
No, I'm not going.
No, someone's got
I
to
was like,
man
yeah.
the shop.
No, again, yeah. I think Zara's going too.
Yeah, we might be able to get her on this cast too. Don't want to give away too much about our schedule here.
No, we got a lot. We
Yeah,
got
I
a
heard you
lot.
guys had
Wink,
Wiz,
wink.
had Wiz Khalifa coming on next.
Yeah, buddy. We got Wiz Khalifa, Tim Duncan, Michael Irvin. They're all coming on. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, we're talking celebrities here, so this guy's rolling up a little.
Did you just notice every celebrity I named was like straight out of the 90s, early 2000s? I couldn't come up with anyone relevant.
You could have thought of like Doja Cat.
Doja Cat, both the City Girls, JT and Young Miami, where they
What do you
at?
think about Young Miami?
Dude, I love Young Miami.
Isn't she with P Diddy?
Is she really?
I'm pretty sure.
Is that a thing?
It's a power move on her part.
If that was true, I don't know. Power move, all about it. I've been waiting for the City Girls to drop a new like album, and I don't see it coming. That's also my fantasy
What
football.
about scams?
Yeah, dude. City Girls be rapping about scamming, living it up, hustling.
This guy over here, you're like,
Dude,
are you sure?
I-
You listen to the same show? I'm listening
City
to?
Girls are the American dream.
You can scratch that.
Yeah,
from
they,
Why you guys go quiet?
Nick is just like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing over here. Just keep
City
rolling.
Girls. I mean, I got nothing bad to say about them because they're a bunch of rich, successful women
In power.
in power. Yeah. I wouldn't say they're very independent, but
All right, I got a question then for you. If you had to go to a concert and you could invite 2 celebrities, who would the celebrities be and who would the concert be?
wait, can you repeat the question?
Yeah,
Sorry.
so like if you had to go to a concert and you could bring 2 guests with you and they had to be celebrities, who would those 2 guests be and who would the concert be?
I would go to. A Wu-Tang concert.
Ooh. I was not expecting that. That's a solid.
Power move.
Because you can get so many people off that roster, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a...
And then, as you say, I could bring 2 guests.
Yeah, 2 celebrities.
I would probably bring... Jeez. Dude.
And they have to come, of course,
They have-
right? They can't cancel any.
Shoot.
I'll make it even more interesting for you. They can be dead or alive.
I'd bring Jay-Z. And...
Why, so he could just bring Beyonce?
No, Beyonce's
So you
not
can get a
coming.
free... Tell Jay-Z he can't get no free ticket here.
What
You
do
had to make
mean?
him pay for his guest ticket.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate power move. Sell the celebrity the guest ticket.
No, I'd bring Jay-Z, though.
Jay-Z, who was the other one
Uh,
being?
Hold up, imagine you went to a concert with
Iggy
Jay-Z.
Azalea.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, you gotta
Hold
explain
on,
this
go back
one.
to that. You say Iggy Azalea?
Yeah.
She was off the map for a hot minute. Why would you bring her?
I want to hear this.
Shit, I don't know. She's...
You know, we'll just look at her. It's like-
All right.
She's, I don't know. I'd bring her.
I feel like she'd be like an interesting time. She's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's wild. She hasn't made a song since like her first album, but like
I think she, she has a kid with Playboy Cardi, which was a horrible decision by her, but, you know.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Who would you bring? Who would you bring and who would you go to the concert with?
So I'm going to a concert. Who am I seeing? And which 2 celebrities am I bringing?
Dead or alive?
The concert or the celebrities?
Celebrities. The
Okay.
concert, they gotta be alive.
I've
We
been
got AI now, so.
Jeez, dude, I've been listening to all kinds of stuff. I don't know who I'd want to see live right now. It's probably not Taylor Swift. Like, we're going to see Weezer. Like, that's going to be awesome, but I'm not going to pick that as...
What about Billy
You know.
Strings?
I love Billy Strings. I was going to go to Billy Strings, but...
I could see him going to see like
Price
Longhorn
heavy.
Slim or something like that.
Well, I'm going to see Langhorne Slim also,
Langhorne
if that's
Slim,
who you're
yeah.
referring to. I'll be seeing
Langhorn
him.
Slim.
Langhorne Slim, he's fantastic. He'll be up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire for Music in the Park at Prescott Park.
It's Ryan's folk music, kind of.
Yeah, it's Langhorne Slim's my favorite. He's out of Langhorne, Pennsylvania. That's where he gets the
Interesting.
nickname from. Plays a good folk, rock, pop, get you moving, good stuff. But, man, I don't know, like, there's no one right now playing music that I would, like, pay $500 for a ticket for.
No,
Yeah, but you're not paying
I wouldn't
anybody.
pay $500.
No, I know, but there's
I wouldn't
nothing
even
that
go. I wouldn't
want
pay
that.
$500 to go. I wouldn't even pay $500 to go see Beyonce. I wouldn't even pay $200 to go see Beyonce. To be honest with you,
No, I probably wouldn't. That's too much.
like, I just feel like that's way too much of a.
Probably go see, like, the Grateful Dead before they would John Mayer, before they break up. And then 2 people to bring with me.
Beatles, dude. Too.
Well, the Beatles are, like, all dead.
Yeah, but
That's true. Yeah,
You
that
only get 2 of them.
all my friends are dead. Too soon? No, it's not. It's definitely not too soon.
I don't know. I feel like Doja Cat, I'd bring her, but I don't think she'd be coming to the Grateful Dead show. I feel like that's not the wrong vibes.
You don't know that? She's an artist, my guy.
Alright, I bring Doja Cat, and I'd bring Jerry Garcia back from the dead.
Jerry.
why? Why
'Cause-
Jerry Garcia?
He used to be in the Grateful Dead, man. He'll be watching now.
That's
It'd
true.
be a wild night. Imagine hanging out with Jerry Garcia
Ooh.
and Doja.
That's funny you said that because you could do a loophole because technically I said the band had to be alive so he could be.
Yeah, you got the
He can come
loophole
up
right
and be
there.
like, yo, our boy from the dead came on stage.
All of a sudden, Jerry Garcia gets pulled out of the crowd. Loophole.
Oh, yeah, that's
Love
savage. I like that.
See
like
what I
that.
did there?
You had no idea.
That's just wild, my guy. Ah, shit. So,
You put a little tobacco in that, my guy?
No.
No, just straight up.
no, just straight up. But, Nick, we want to thank you very much for having you on the cast, being our second guest. It means a lot to us that you're here.
I feel honored that I was here, bro. Honestly, I'm sorry that I had to reschedule with you guys.
That's all good. Everything's been crazy because of the rain and the storms.
But it was
and
only like a
power.
day later, right? I was supposed to do it yesterday morning.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
It's all good. We're
Thanks.
flexible for you. We'd love to have you back on. Follow up on some stuff.
Yeah, we got to talk about it the next time that we're on. I think we should do something.
Yeah, I'll do a food challenge with you or something, man.
Definitely have the food
No,
challenge.
before we go though, there was one thing that I wanted to do with Draughter.
Absolutely.
What's the trivia question?
Oh, you want to win Draughter's
Oh.
money?
So this is always great. Chef Ryan over here wants to always bet my money that I never agreed to. We did this last time. He bet my own money. I didn't even know what was going on, so I guess it's happening again. But really, it's coming out of his pocket, so we'll figure it out.
It's coming out of Draughter's pocket. He just
So what's
don't know
the
yet. I already
topic?
took it from
What's the
him.
topic of questions that we got going on here?
So, the Win Draughter's Money segment, which we will allow here today. Draughter will owe you $20 if, and only if, you can correctly answer 5 consecutive questions about a category of your choice. Now, earlier today, you were given the choice to give your topic, and you have chosen Duke basketball.
Yes.
Now, he's very confident about Duke basketball. I never am.
Do you already have
Dude.
your questions lined up? Or
Oh,
is
yeah,
this new
dude.
to
I'm
you?
pulling them questions.
got
up
'em.
right
Oh,
now.
I thought. Oh, you're asking the
Yeah, I had
questions.
no idea. It's just my
Oh,
money, guys.
it's his money.
That's what I'm saying.
Get it?
That's why I have no part of the trivia. That's why I always think. That's why you always ask me.
That's
I would
why
love
he
to
asked
ask you the
me.
questions
He
if I knew
goes-
what they were,
he goes-
but I have no idea what.
He goes, yo, do you want to have a chance to win $20 for a trivia with Draughter? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
this does this every time. We did it with Ian, and I was just like, yeah.
Did he win?
No, he got it wrong in the last question. I didn't even know what the questions were, so I was like, okay. His was history.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say basketball in general. Because I already had like 3 questions right off the bat.
I was gonna do basketball, but like,
You wanted to broad it, like
Yeah, I
make it a
wanted,
little
like,
bit more.
yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit
so you're
more.
like, all right, that's a very hard question.
I do have the questions ready. Like I said,
because this guy, he'd do some fucking WNBA shit or something. Oh, it's basketball.
bro,
I don't watch the WNBA, so I wouldn't be able to answer any of those questions.
You should, man. It's a lot of fundamentals.
all right. Like I
Dude.
said,
Honestly, you're right.
It's no bullshit. The girls have way more fundamentals than guys.
Any of the
I
WNBA players would whoop
disagree.
my ass in a one-on-one.
Well, that's your
so.
dude. Straight up, if you watch a girl shoot a basketball, the fundamentals is
Any WNBA
Perfect.
player can whoop any of our asses in a shooting contest and a one-on-one game. Any
Respect.
WNBA player
respect.
in the whole entire WNBA league. Can
bro.
whoop our
That brings
ass.
me up with another question after the.
I'm not saying
trivia.
that we wouldn't score on them, but we would not win against any of them. I guarantee
Oh,
it.
guarantee. I'd put money on that 100%. I agree with
There's
that.
no WNBA player that neither of us could beat right now.
Oh, I feel you. I feel you. But we'll
Right.
get on to the win $20 from Draughter. Like I said, these questions are easy and then they get harder. So you got to get all 5 right. Question number 1. Who is the all-time winningest coach in Duke basketball history?
It's an easy question for you.
Coach Mike Krzyzewski.
That is correct.
Yo, you want so sorry before you continue? What's crazy? I have never, besides before this year of being a Duke fan, I've never seen anyone coach a basketball team besides Coach K. Coach.
I was gonna say, I was like, what other coach would you say
I don't
for
know
that
any-
question?
like-
Your entire life, right? Your entire life has been nothing but Coach K, which I think just about mine has. I don't know what year he took over, but every year that I remember,
Must have been
basketball,
94 then.
Coach K. Well, I was born. Yeah, I was born late '93. So, question number 2.
Oh, jeez.
In 2005-2006, who wore number 4 on Duke basketball team and led the ACC in scoring, and is also now a commentator on TV?
Grant Hill.
Draughter, keep your money tonight. The answer is JJ Redick.
Oh wow.
Wow. So
Damn.
got on question 2. The next couple questions were pretty hard too.
All right, well, keep going.
Well, give him another
If you
chance.
get 4 out of 5, I have a backup question for you. I already had planned out.
He's got a backup question. Mike Krzyzewski, Coach K, has been to the Olympics 3 times. How many gold medals does he have in those 3 visits?
He has all 3.
That is correct.
Why would he lose? He's fucking.
It's cooked, yeah.
Also, why would the USA team lose?
Didn't they get smacked recently?
Who? Duke?
No, USA.
USA.
I think they got
USA
smacked
team,
recently.
like-
Well, they had that redemption year. That was all kind of BS. They got a real lazy year, and then they had to come back and redeem
I
themselves.
feel like it, like, no disrespect for any country playing basketball, but like there's no reason for any other country to beat the USA team as long as there's NBA players on it. If we lose, that's kind of.
It's also like half those when they do that, it's like chemistry too, which is like half the problem when they do it with that.
I got question number 4 for you. Later drafted by the Chicago Bulls in 2002. What Duke star in the 2000-2001 season wore the number 22 jersey?
Shoot, dude, that's a great question.
Former NBA All-Star.
I love how
I
you're
don't
wearing
know.
a Chicago
Actually, I
Bulls
have no
hat
idea who he
too.
is.
Yeah, that's
He
crazy.
does have the Chicago Bulls
So
hat.
this is like a real fan question.
He asked
here.
for the questions. I tried to save him, but he wanted to win the 20.
Well, no, that's a pretty good.
You said
question.
2002.
What'd you say? 2002. Or can you repeat the question?
Yep.
Origin.
Later drafted by the Bulls in 2002. In the 2000-2001 season, who wore the number 22 jersey at Duke?
At Duke.
Yes.
Shit, I don't.
So go. I'll give you a point. Like, what year of school were you in 2002?
What school was I
I
in?
mean, like what grade school? Like year?
Like, it was like first or second grade.
So when you were watching Duke, who was in that roster in first or second grade?
Shit.
Or who was a really good rookie in the NBA that year from the Bulls?
Dog, I don't know, honestly.
It's Jason Williams.
Jason Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that one.
I'm sorry, Nick.
I was just gonna give you the
You
flair
knew that
offer.
one?
No way. I knew that one. I don't know shit,
I
man.
don't know
Like,
that one.
You said you had one more.
I'll give you one more
That's
question.
a wild question, though. I don't know. That's a good question.
Since the Nuggets broke their career of no championship spiel here,
Mm-hmm.
who's left on not winning a championship in the NBA? Name those teams. And Ryan, you can pull it
All
up
of
on your
them?
phone. There's only a handful left,
How
guys.
many are there?
I think if you stand me corrected, there's 5. You can look it up on your phone really quick.
You look it up. But
Sacramento Kings.
Kings, yep. Who are like the expansion teams? Well, obviously Oklahoma City,
New Orleans. Pelicans.
the Pelicans, OKC.
OKC. That's 3, right? Or is that we have 4?
Charlotte?
Charlotte Hornets.
I don't think
Which
Charlotte
is also
Hornets.
that's also the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh yeah.
But they never won a championship. But they
Yeah,
never won a
a lot
championship
of
either.
dudes.
I'll give you a hint. There's 11 teams.
It's 11. The Jazz.
The Washington Wizards.
Yes. No?
Unless you want to count
No.
Unless you want to count the Bullets, because I'm pretty sure they won an ABA title, but that doesn't count.
The Bulls are not on here.
Yeah, because they won an ABA title. That wasn't part of the NBA. It was before the NBA started.
Mm-hmm.
One of you said you had a point to make here about something, didn't you?
About what?
Oh yeah. If we'll do it this way then, since there's no way in hell you're gonna get all those. If Ryan and I played you in basketball,
Me and Drotter. 2v1.
No.
Oh.
You played 1-on-1, you versus Ryan, and then you versus me. What would the score be on both of those games? And would either of us win?
No. Neither would you win.
And what would the score be? To 21.
To 21?
To 21.
Ryan would score like 5.
Let's go. Getting 5 on you? Respect.
Drotter, I would say Drotter would score at least 13.
Oh, fuck you. You think he's putting up 13 and I'm only putting up 5?
So we'll have to do that on the days, on our off days, we'll have to do that and come on the cast and see how close we were getting to that and see the over. I think it'll get over 13.
If I train a little here and work on my jump shot.
He's not trained. I think I can get at least good. Yeah, I get you. I bet you I get 15, 17.
Ones and twos?
Yeah, ones and twos. That's
Ones
it.
and twos?
I would say about 13.
I haven't played ball in a minute.
Watch
I haven't
out for
lifted in
that.
a minute. I just
got
started
a nasty
lifting again.
jump shot. Where's the location in case we do this live?
Shit, can it be indoors?
Can it be indoors? Well, let's see if our viewers can hook us up with somewhere to play this indoors, private.
Oh, no, we can do it outdoors. If it's going to be a video, if it's going to be recorded, then we can do it like that.
Oh, yeah. Picture it didn't happen. But
Yeah,
again,
we could do it with like a video camera or something.
We figure it out. But we have 5, 13. Those are the
We could
scores.
do it at that. I know where we could do it. We could do it at the outdoor court on right next to Cannabis Haven on Center Street, right next to Hampshire.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Between
Well,
that and the I know what you're talking about.
you walk
Cannabis Haven.
Where you always yell at the kids on the court
Domo.
where you drive through Auburn.
Oh, yes,
Not,
yes, yes.
Not KP.
Yes.
Not KP behind
My
Lisbon.
apologies.
No, where you're going if you're heading to Denny's. It's on your right. Yeah,
that
nice
we can
time.
play there. We do it there.
We'll make it happen. I go second.
So we got a couple of things we gotta do. We gotta do.
Play Drotter first.
Oh
and
my
then
gosh,
play
he
with
wants to go. Oh my gosh.
So I can see how it's done. You
If I'm
know?
playing Drotter first. Yeah. Okay. Word.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he's just so you get tired.
Word.
He
I'm
always wants to go second, guy. He'll never do
Yeah,
something
no.
first.
We play
ever.
golf. I always want to
Disc golf,
start.
he'll never go
I would say,
first.
not gonna lie, you have a better chance of scoring more than 5 if you go first. I'm just putting that out there. Because after the game, after me and Drotter's game, I'm warmed up. I'm playing you after, bro. I'm gonna be nice after. Not gonna lie.
You're warmed up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're gonna be gassed from all those blunts. I got you in game 2.
Oh my gosh.
Think so?
No, probably not. I'm still not putting up more than 5.
I've never
We'll
seen
see.
any of you guys shoot a basketball, but neither of
Probably
you guys
good.
have seen me shoot a basketball either, so it's fair.
It's probably good. Me and Drotter played on a 9-foot room the other day and it was ugly.
Well, I mean, you can't. The legal limits. The recommended limits 10 feet. So I mean,
It's just
your,
street
your,
net, you
your
know?
projector is probably a little off.
Last time I was on a basketball team, I was in 8th grade, and Steve Nash showed up to our banquet. That was pretty cool.
When he was on Suns.
Yeah.
Was it like an MVP or
Likes
something?
it.
Yeah, it was 2008.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Eric Rose won MVP that year.
Yeah, but no, that was dude. Mike D'Antoni's son was on my basketball team.
Oh really?
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, my dad's right there. And I'm like, who's that? And my dad goes, holy shit, that's Mike D'Antoni. I was like, who is that? He's like, it's the son's fucking coach, Brandon. Like, I was just like,
Going
okay.
back to our 9-foot rims though, Andrew Wiggins played on a 9-foot rim his whole entire career until college.
What?
Like high school. He played high school. On
High
that.
school on 9-foot rim and middle school too.
That's a thing? A 9-foot rim?
in Canada. Yeah,
Canada,
they play on
yeah,
9-foot
yeah.
rims.
It's weird.
Yeah, so all
People
his
are a little
all of his
shorter, I
high
guess.
school highlights of him yamming, those are all
Is-
on 9-foot rims.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so stupid.
How did that translate?
all his
over
Ball's
for him?
Life videos. If you
Wow.
go back and look at all his Life videos.
I'm like, anyone can do that at 9 feet. Shit, I could look like an all-star at 9 feet guy.
That's crazy.
I can almost dunk at 10. Pretty close.
But it's kind of wild that he had to transition from 9 feet to 10 feet though.
Yeah, dude, that's like, you actually have to jump when you shoot. Like,
He's
you
already
actually...
6'8".
Yeah, it's like you don't have to shoot now. Except for shooting like this, like downwards, like he has to actually shoot up. You know, it's like he's got to shoot a little bit. But what is that? Well, you said who was that?
Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, so we got a couple things going for the next time we get back on the cast. We have
Yeah.
basketball. We have the food. The food we could do right after.
Yeah, we
You do the
another thing I
basketball,
gotta
and then we
tell
can do the food
That would be a
challenge right
perfect
after.
time to
I have
do the
another
food challenge.
thing that we should that we could vote on later on. We got a discussion on.
Oh, we have a thing to vote on later on? Okay,
Vote?
man.
Vote?
For the pod that we could do. We don't have to do it, but we should.
What you
vote
thinking about? You just say
What you talking about?
I can't talk about it. Ryan knows. It was a discussion we had before the podcast, so we can talk about
We'll
it.
talk about it after.
Alright.
But is there anything you want to say to the great people of Maine, the great people watching outside of Maine, and the great, U.S. of A. or around the world?
Maine is a great place for old people that want to just come and retire. It's not It's a good vacation land.
It's a summertime.
Maine has the best weed in the U.S. though.
Yes, it does.
So I'm willing to say that.
I'll stay.
100%. California has some trash weed. So.
Well, everyone's moving out of Cali
Quick hot-
anyways, man.
Quick hot take to leave a little spicy taste on everyone's tongue. We appreciate you being here. Thank you again.
I'm honored to be
Well,
here.
thanks, like the lobster. Thanks for cooking it up with us, my guy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cooking
Thanks
it
for
up.
starting
What's
the
the,
pot
what's, the,
around.
what's the guy's name again?
The
Cooked
cooked lobster.
Cooked Lobsters.
And you're too cooked to remember the
You're
name,
too
guy.
cooked.
That's what happens when you come on the cast.
It's our too cooked moment of the
Yeah.
cast. But again, thank you. And this is us signing off on our interviews.
All right, let's get it on. Yo, you ready to smoke that dab now?
Yeah, let's hit some dabs, dude. And thank you guys for listening all the way through here. Really good interview today with Nick, one of my longtime friends here. And like we said at the beginning, someone that we actually met at Urban Farms in Lewiston. So what's your takeaways from that sous chef, Brandon Trotter?
I feel like there's a lot of very good conversations going on, a lot of challenges.
Definitely a lot of challenges thrown out.
I know, especially with the, how do you feel about 5 out of 21, my guy? He thinks he's going to beat you, and you're only going to score 5 points.
Well, my reaction at first was I was honored that he gave me 5 points, but once he compared it to like the 13 he gave you, it really was kind of a stab right in the back. I thought that was my homie. And he thinks he's going to somehow be better after playing you. I think you're going to give him a better shot than he thinks, and you're going to wear him down a little.
That's what I said.
Then I'm going to come in and just like run the paint and lay it up on him, you know? I think 5 points, if we were gambling on this, I would definitely take the over.
You take the over?
Life's too short to bet the under.
You should probably do like a side bet so like he doesn't know about it. You just place it.
Definitely get some wagers going on that. Of course, some friendly wagers.
Friendly wagers. Or we can get our listeners.
Yeah, if you are going to gamble, make sure you gamble responsible, and there is support out there for anyone that is having trouble with gambling addiction, which is a serious thing.
Gamblers Anonymous, I'm pretty sure what it is, right?
Maine has some information about that is for free out there, but less of that. We'll talk probably more gambling in the fall when football comes up. I have no idea how to gamble on baseball. I don't know about you.
No, I don't even watch it, so like I don't know like how to do it. Someone showed me fantasy baseball the other day, and I was like, "That's too much."
Fantasy baseball's the
Dude, there's
original.
like 20 fucking categories. It's like
Yeah, it's a lot because there's pitching categories, there's like
Batting.
closing pitching categories, there's
It's
batting
ridiculous.
categories, but that's the OG of fantasy. But enough of that. Anything you want to leave the great people of Maine, the U.S. of A., and throughout the world with today?
no, just always love the support, and always love having new people. If anyone wants to give a shout out to anybody to come on the cast, definitely shoot us an email or leave a comment on any of our sources. Like Chef Brian said earlier, we have Spotify, YouTube.
If you're looking for our social medias, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, The Cooked Lobsters, same thing on all platforms. Very easy to find, made like that on purpose. But
Other than that, I just always appreciate the listeners always out there listening to our podcast, always willing to get cooked with us baked lobsters out here. Other than that, I appreciate always being on the cast with my head chef Ryan. And I don't know, do you have anything else to say, my guy?
I'd love to stay here and talk all day, but we got some fireworks to go shoot off, so let's go get cracking on that.
Oh yeah, let's go do that. Bro, did you bring a lighter?
I did not.
Do we have any matches?
I say we just use the campfire.
Should we just be like village people and use like rocks? And just like totally MacGyver that? Just see if we can do it? That's just like some straight, yeah, shit, trying to start fireworks.